speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to speak on it. Welcome to speak on it. I'm welcome to speak on it. Welcome to speak on it. I'm welcome to speak on it. Welcome to speak on it. I'm welcome to speak. Welcome to speak. I'm 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 who you with, Kirk, dog.
Yo, what's going on? Welcome to the show. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk Dog. I'm him, Who You With, Kirk Dog. Man, what a day. After that verdict this morning, or this afternoon, it was like a slap in the face. On tonight, y'all can actually chat live with us in the chat room. Matter of fact, I'm going to give out the number tonight. Y'all more than welcome to call in, express yourself. Let us know how you feel about that verdict. Me personally, I feel like it was a slap in the face. Not only to the black community, but also to our black queens. Because we see so often our queens are disrespected quite a bit. I said I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm upset. Kind of not surprised about it. Because here it is. You have an attorney general who waited over 6 months to do anything. He had the opportunity to investigate it. But he found time to try to get the ex-boyfriend to lie for them. He also found time to, I guess, get engaged, or did he get married? One of the two. Then he found time to speak at the Republican convention. That was all more important than investigating this. I know, me personally, I was like, this was a joke. When do they do a settlement before a conviction? A lot of time, somebody got to be convicted before the city offer to pay anything. But last week, they decided to pay the family $12 million, which I feel like that amount is a joke, because you're not putting out the true information. You're talking about it was one witness that heard them say police, but they burst into somebody's house in the middle of the night. How can somebody hear you coming in at a time when they're sleeping? So I'm still trying to understand that. Now, also, the boyfriend called 911. And he said on the 911 tape, someone breaking into my house and my girlfriend is injured. But still, he never said the police. Why? Because they didn't identify themselves. So instead, they just allowed them to get away with murder and only charge one. Not for the killing. Not for the killing at all. I've been trying to keep up on it. There's protests in Dallas, Atlanta, DC, Kentucky, and there's a lot more. I believe I seen Detroit where there's a protest going on also as we speak. And before anybody come on and say, well, they setting stuff on fire, I'm watching the video and here it is. Some guy covered from head to toe, black pullover, had some ski glasses on. You couldn't see none of his face. But right here in front of the cameras, he's setting the trash can on fire. The same thing the guy did up in Minnesota when George Floyd was killed. And because people are saying Black Lives Matter, they're going to say, oh, it was Black Lives Matter that did that. They terrorist group. No, get it in your head that people come to the rallies to make it seem like it's Black Lives Matter. Because anybody who's there for Black Lives Matter, they're not finna be covered from head to toe if they're not trying to cause problems. And I already know people are gonna come, they're gonna say what they want to say, and they're gonna try to make it Black Lives Matter look bad. So it's very disturbing to see this type of stuff. Yeah, I understand. We all upset. But you could tell the difference between the peaceful protesters and the ones that came and caused problems. Because this guy, it's kind of seemed like the camera knew he was coming, what he was going to do, because they shined it on him and watched him as he set the trash can on fire in front of him. Then he came back. It was another cameraman right next to him, looking at him, but he didn't shine the camera on him. But once again, people are going to say, oh, look how they setting stuff on fire and all of this. Well, look at what caused it. The unjust of killing this young lady, trying to cover it up, have covered it up, and not charging these officers. So, yeah, people upset. We tired every other day, every week, every month, however long it is. Here it is, another black man been killed in the news, or a black woman been killed in the news, or a black child. So because of that, this is the type of response you're going to get. Because people have tried to do it peacefully. What more do you want? Oh, I answer it for you. You wish they wouldn't say anything at all and basically just accept whatever you give. But this is a different time. It's a different time. It's not like that anymore. People are going to take a stand. People are going to do what they feel to get your attention. Like I said on previous shows, when the NBA, when they came on one accord and boycott the games, It forced the NBA to take a stand. Just like any other company, Foot Locker realized most of their sales probably come from young black and brown people. For the simple fact, if they not shopping there, Foot Locker won't be around. That's the reason why they set up their location as a voter registration spot all over. We got one dumbass on the chat tonight. Now, what was violent was the fact that the punk ass cops came into that house, lied about a warrant, came into the house and shot and killed this young lady. So get your facts together and get your head out they asses and do the right thing. It just came across. 2 police officers in Louisville, Kentucky was shot at the protest. I just got an alert on the phone. So whoever this Bobby is, get your facts together. You're probably one of those that feel like minorities don't have a voice in a stolen country that your ancestors stole. So welcome to the show, T-Cal. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, I'm definitely trying not to go that way tonight, but you may probably don't want the kids around just in case when these trolls like Bobby on Periscope come up and make dumb comments like that. You can hide behind the key. So what you saying is unnecessary. Matter of fact, tell your friends about it. Share it with them. Let them know we're live. So not sure the condition of the officers that been shot. I'm a non-violent person, but I understand. I truly understand because we try to do it peacefully, but at this point, that's not working. It's not working. So that's why it's very important that we get out and vote come November the 3rd. We need to vote. When early voting come up, we need to get out and vote. That's why it's important before October the 5th, make sure you are registered to vote. Make sure, even if you feel like you are registered to vote, still verify. Make sure it won't expire before the election. And if you need to register, get registered. Then on top of that, go out and vote. Get out and vote. Take a friend to the poll with you. Somebody who don't believe. Because the thing is, for the ones up in Kentucky, when it's election time for that attorney general, the prosecutor need to get them out. Get them out. Vote them out. Let him go hang out with his homeboys that he been chilling with all this time. What's important to him. So let's get him out of office. Welcome to the show, Charles Hunt. He said, hello, Jasmine. Okay. Now Jasmine going to be on tomorrow night. I got you, though. He said, hello. Thank you for tuning in. You've been a long-time follower since I've started the show back in March. I really appreciate you for always tuning in. Even when I was doing it during the day, you would tune in. So I appreciate it. But tonight, I want to know how y'all feel about that verdict. You can call in if you want to. Call in, express yourself. That's the only thing. If you call in, that's the only thing we discussing tonight. Anything else, I'm gonna hang up on you. So I'm just gonna be honest with you. The only thing we talking about tonight is Breonna Taylor, because there's a lot more stories I could talk about, but this right here, yeah, it's it's not good. It's not good. Um, that's the reason why for the last couple of days they've been preparing for this. They've been making preparation, boarding up windows and marking off territory where they didn't want people to be at. So it's it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be very long. Welcome to the show, radio. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. That's why when his election come back up, we need to vote him out. No, you okay, Charles? Charles, you great. You great. Um, but yes, he spoke at it last month, and we need to get him. Well, I can't vote for him, but if you in Kentucky, make sure you vote and get him out. Don't let him forget it, because he'll think it just swept up under the rug. In due time, it'll be over. Nah, too much have taken place. So, and just like here in Texas, Greg Abbott, all of them, Ted Cruz, when a time come, all these things they have already done, we're not going to forget about it. They have to go. We got to vote them out, get them gone. They got to go, because this is going on too much and too long. When people say that the Klansmen put their sheets down to and pick up a uniform, that's what we're talking about. Because in today's society, we're getting killed. We don't know if we walk out of our homes, we do not know if we're gonna make it back home or not. And that's sad. Very sad. We don't know. Why? Only thing it'll take if we end up getting stopped by the police or policeman racial profile. First thing they'll say. Now, I've had friends who recently been stopped by the police. One is a friend, a business owner, on his way to his business or coming back from his business. Either way, got pulled over. Cop said he smelled weed in the car. Said because he smelled weed, he need to search it. My friend knew he didn't have no weed in the car. He don't smoke weed. They searched the car, didn't find nothing. Or they'll use the fact that this car came back to a wanted person, or it came back stolen. That's the excuse they used for me when I was racial profiled 18, 19 years ago. The car I was driving, a brand new Mountaineer, they said it was the license plate came back stolen. If that's the case, it's going to be more than just you and your partner there. Because if it's coming back stolen, you're not going to allow me to step out my car. You're not going to just come up, ask for my license and insurance. You're not going to do that. you're gonna come out with your guns up. So that's the lies that they tell. And some of these stories that we cover, those are some of the things that the police would say then. Oh, this license plate came back stolen, won't it? Why did you run it in the first place? That's the question you should be asking yourself. Why did you run those license plates? That's why, and I don't know if it changed or not, but with the city of Dallas, when I was racial profiled, the cops that I know, the good cops, they told me what to do and I did it. And they changed their policy. Yeah, they're gonna try to run you through the loops to try to keep from filing a Turner Affairs report. Do it anyway. Now it's much easier. You could do it online. With the city of Dallas, you could go online and fill a complaint out. So it's no excuse now. You could do that, and you can fill it out. I went downtown, filled the report out. I also wrote letters to the mayor, city manager, chief of police, and each one of their supervisors, and hand delivery. They had no choice but to read it. There was no way they could say they didn't receive it because I handed it to them in their hand. And they were surprised. So, where did we go from here? Kind of felt like this was going to happen when they did the payout, but it still do not change the fact the guys got away with murder. They killed this young lady in her bed, and that's jacked up. It's really jacked up. And at this point, I don't know what to say. I know we do need a vote, change the laws. The same energy we have to protest, come election day, we need to get out and vote. Not just for the federal. We need to get out for our local too. And that's where our laws are made. We need to get out and vote. We need to, when your local election come up, go out and vote. Like I said, I don't care if they voting on I don't care if they was voting on a dog park. Go out and vote. You're right. Well, she could have. Because they heard him when they broke in, and her boyfriend did grab his gun and fired. And not only that, the reason why that officer was shot in the knee was because he fired into the flow. He never had to fire his gun before, besides at the gun range. Even then, he wasn't trying to take anyone's life. He trying to get him out the house. He didn't know who it was. So when they come in, I'm sorry, you bust up into somebody's house in the middle of the night. Like they said in New Jack City, rock a bar, baby. Because it's going down. You taking that risk. Especially if it's not justified. I want to know when are the charges going to come out for those cops lying to get the warrant. Because he lied to get that warrant signed by that judge. When is that? When is he going to get charged for that? They don't want to talk about that. When they said 15,000 cash bond, I'm like, wait a minute, I must miss something. Let me rewind this a little bit and go back over this again. $15,000 cash bond. I'm like, no, something not right about that. And kind of find out he probably, and to be honest with you, they probably already planned all of this. This guy probably turned himself in earlier this week, got his mug shot done, and they just released it. Because they weren't finna bring him in and knowing it's gonna be a protest downtown. They not finna let him turn himself in to post this bond. No. So I'm like, this is crazy. It's crazy. From what I heard, it's what I seen earlier before coming on. There was like the state police is there now, and they're trying to disperse the crowd in Louisville, and they said at least alert came on my phone, said at least 2 officers were shot, and people are upset. People are angry because we don't know what to expect. And I think sometimes people get in these positions and they forgot. They put their drawers on the same way we put ours on. And they don't look at that. They feel like because they're in this position, they have power over everybody, letting that position go straight to their head. And that's wrong. That's definitely wrong. Yes, I haven't heard that, but I'm sure it's coming. I'm sure it's coming. I know the one out of Atlanta. I'm sure it's coming. It's coming. Just a matter of time. And people are upset. And I don't blame them. I'm upset. But we have to do something to get our point across. I say all the time, hit them in the pocket. Hit them in the pocket. I heard I was listening to a show earlier today, and I seen a post somebody had put. The protesters spend more time in jail than the policeman that killed Breonna Taylor. That's so true. It's so true. Because neither one of no cops is gonna probably won't even step foot in the jail. And that attorney general, he gotta go. He need to go. Need to vote him out. Him, the mayor. Matter of fact, as Trump say, clean the swamp, get them all out. Vote them all out. Let your voice be heard come election time. Make sure they know what's going on and the reason why. Matter of fact, start chatting, going to the poll. This is for Breonna. Make a difference. And I'm tired of these folks getting on these posts talking about Oh, she was a drug dealer. No, get your facts together. Uh, don't be like Bobby making silly comments and come in and make a silly comment and leave. Well, that's his choice. That's his opinion. But as for me, I'm gonna say it like I see it. I'm gonna call it just like I see it. Um, I I started waiting until tomorrow to come about it, but I'm like, nope. Too many people sent me messages about, hey, what's going on with this? Yeah, you're right, TCal. So sad. It is. It is. Um, when you have a poor leader, that's what the results we get. That's the reason why they don't need to nominate another Supreme Court justice until after the election. Because if that clown get his way, we're gonna see a hell of a lot more of this. Anything going to the Supreme Court won't have a chance. Um, they're already targeting um, the Roe versus Wade. Want to get it overturned, especially if they get Amy, uh, whatever her name is, Barrett in there. Amy Barrett. She already said what she gonna do. Um, the Affordable Care Act. They said what they're gonna do too. Want to get rid of that. Trump made a promise he would put a better um, Affordable Care Act together, and I may be wrong, but I haven't heard anything he tried to do for a replacement. Now, if I'm wrong, please correct me. But I haven't heard anything he said he was going to do for a replacement for the Affordable Care Act. And people need insurance, especially during this time. They definitely need it. So I kind of like what you said last night, radio, with Canada. Free health care for everybody. Yes, you're right. Um, I have I radio says it seemed like everything that's coming to a head at once. 2020 will go down in history. Yes. Um, and I'm gonna play probably at the end of the show because I have two videos for the theme song, and one of them I have 2020, the year no one would ever forget. 2020 is gonna be the hate to say it, worst year ever, and for a lot of people, it will go down in history, and it won't have a good history. Matter of fact, uh, from the time Trump got into he get out of office, that's going to be the worst history ever for a lot of people. Now, some of these that is on that Trump train that feel like Trump is the best thing since sliced bread, they rolling with it now because it's election time. But if they told the truth, some of these people that is going for Trump, they probably don't have a ball of the pull piss out of. Why? Because they so blindsided and looking at all the promises Trump has made and haven't tried to fulfill. When he said Mexico was going to pay for the wall, and that president at the time said, "No, the hell we not. We ain't paying for that wall." So, and guess what? They haven't paid for it either. Haven't paid not one penny for it. Matter of fact, I think in one part of the wall, they showed them climbing over the wall. I'm trying to figure out why are we paying all these tax dollars for a wall that's not going to do anything. Then at the same time, as for Trump, he have his business out of the country, but he talking about making America great again. Tell me, when was it great for black people? I don't have that much time to wait. But in my eyes, it never been great. We might have some great time amongst each other, but as for treatment, laws, no. These laws wasn't built for everybody. That's why it's so important we need to get out and vote. We need to make sure everyone that is eligible to vote get out and vote. Take a stand. Let your voice be heard. Yeah, I'm upset about this game plan they came up with. Cause that's all it was. Trying to drag it on. Let your voice be heard. Exactly. Trump already said that. He said that you must remember your history and we'll let it repeat itself. No, that's not gonna happen. It's a different time. It's a much different time. Yeah, you might try to do certain things, but it's not gonna go down like that. So when he get on Twitter late tonight and start to tweet about thugs and stuff like that, look in the mirror. You one of the biggest thugs around. You just in the White House. Because you telling people to do these things as if they're not going to be held accountable for it. Kind of like during his campaign, his first election. He was telling people to do stuff and he'll bail them out of jail. And then when it happened, I believe someone tried to sue him because he didn't keep his word. But he got away because you couldn't sue a sitting president. I wonder if that person's still supporting him or not. Because he told him, yeah, do this, do that. I'll get you out of jail. Dude ended up going to jail. Trump couldn't pay for it. He didn't pay for it. Dude tried to sue him. So I wonder if that guy's still following Trump like a fool. I hope he's not. Hopefully he learned this lesson because it probably messed up his background. He probably lost his job and everything. Ooh, that was good. I know it's not Thursday night, but I needed one of those after today. So tonight, like I said last night, I wasn't coming back to Thursday night, but because of the events that happened today, I said I needed to go ahead and come on. Um, I just want to know how y'all feel about it because I received phone calls, received texts, some DMs, and people are upset. They're upset. And then when you have people like Bob with that dumb comment he made, I'm like, dude, you wasted that much time to come and write a message to make yourself look like a fool. Oh, yeah, they are playing with fire. There definitely is. And I think this put the icing on the cake. Matter of fact, it lit the candle because they thought the protest with George Floyd was bad. It's finna get worse. It's finna get worse. And we still have to keep an eye on the case about George Floyd. Need to make sure those officers go to prison. All for them because they did not stand up for the oath that they took. So we have to do something. We have to. Let's vote these people out. The sheriff, elected official. You know the mayor, elected official. Attorney general, elected official. Hell, governor, city council, the president, the senate. Let's get them out. Let's make a change. Matter of fact, um, when those positions come up, especially here in Dallas, but in whatever area you in, if you running for an elected office, reach out to me. We need some true folks in there. We can have an open forum. Let people from your area or from all over ask you questions. Um, the email is up on the stream. Who you with KurtDog at mail.com. Who you with KurtDog at mail.com. That's WHO, the letter U, WITH, CURTDOG at mail.com. So we definitely need to make a change. Yeah, it's about time for Mitch to retire. Um, yeah, he have. And matter of fact, I was listening to a show earlier, and matter of fact, I had kind of glanced at Michael Basin earlier, and someone called in and said that the Attorney General had actually married one of Mitch McConnell family member. So, with that being said, are you surprised? Then he turned around and spoke at the RNC. Um, so that's trying to verify that story. Let's see here. Let's see what it says because it's probably true. Uh, uh, oh wow, I, I didn't know that. Um, yeah, this happened back in August. got married, and Mitch McConnell was there. Um, it, yeah, um, yeah, look kind of like it may be true. And then I thought I seen something about um, someone else that I don't see it on the story now, but maybe that was another story that came up. So I'm not gonna mention that person name. I don't want nobody coming after me. Um, but uh, okay, no, they wasn't there, but they did call them out. Um, so yeah, I thought it said they was there, but no, they didn't. They wasn't there. They called them out and told him you need to get on this job, and it's time for him to go. It's a lot of people time to go. That's why what we need, well, besides voting, um, some of these elected officials that are doing things right, what we need to do is start training some younger people to come up, start grooming them for these positions. Um, one of my nephews, um, I tell him all the time, he need to run. Very knowledgeable of what's going on. He's doing some great things here in Dallas, but he really need to run for office. And one of his concerns was, "But Unc, I don't bite my tongue. That's okay. That's okay. When you talk, people listen. People follow you. That's what you need. So you need to go ahead and take the step." Um, that's for they know how to get out of stuff. Like I have some friends on Facebook that are lawyers, and I was hoping they was on tonight, but I haven't seen them tonight. So I'm just kind of curious why they not on. I think the last time they came on, we had a discussion about some things. We didn't agree on it. Now, take it, we've been friends for about 32, 33 years, something like that. And he made a comment about a post I made. We went back and forth, spent a half a day dealing with him. And he started watching the show. We didn't agree on everything. And I was kind of surprised. No, I wasn't. Let me take that back. I knew him as a child. So I seen some of the things he did as a child. So I wasn't surprised about his feelings, about the way he feel. But as long as we known each other, he known I'm never the one to bite my tongue. I'm gonna say what I feel on my mind, and either you're gonna agree with it or you're not, and that's fine if you don't agree with me. But you cannot tell me how to be a black man in a white world because the laws are not made for us, not made for us at all. So he tried it, but when it was all said and done, I'm like, who? I said what I had to say. I've had family members that are Trump supporter. I just recently found out um they unfriended me. I'm like, who? I don't care. I don't mind. You support who you want. Because even as a family member, he went online, made a comment about one of my posts. We had a back and forth discussion. When it was all said and done, I guess he took it up on himself to unfriend me. I'm like, cool, still got love for you, but I don't lose no sleep over it. So tonight, wanted to come out here to kind of vent a little bit. I know some people probably thought it was going to be a cuss fest tonight, but I'm trying to do better. Trying to do better because I never know when my mom or some people that I really respect gonna be on here, and so I'm trying to do better. And then I have some great nieces and nephew that might mess around to be on here, and I don't want to have to show them the right way of communicating with people. You don't have to cuss to get your point across, but people like Robert, they kind of pushed it. I said Robert, but Bobby, they pushed that button a little bit, making comments talking about MLK would be ashamed of you. You justifying violence. No, that's the case. I would say those cops did nothing wrong, but they murdered that young lady, that queen. They murdered her, just like all these other cops murdered George Floyd. We could go down a list. Too many of them. You may feel like it's justified. Maybe nobody who you know, um, they haven't been affected by it. Yeah, they are everywhere, and I welcome them. I really do. I always tell them, hey, follow me, click the notification. I, for you can stay around. Maybe you can learn something. I have no problem with it. Share it with a friend. Some nights I may have. I guess a couple of weeks ago I had about four of them on there at one time going back and forth. They was sending messages in so quick. I didn't realize that some of the regular followers had sent messages in until I got off the air because they were sending them in pretty quick. All of them wasn't showing up, so I'll open it. I'm okay with it. Um, you can say what you want to say about me. Hey, I'm cool. But it's my choice if I want to display your message. So, but that's what we dealing with tonight. Then tomorrow night, um, Miss Jasmine from the community refrigerator will be here tomorrow night, 8 p.m. You want to watch the show early because she's gonna be the first one to come on, and she's gonna talk about her program and how we can help in the community to help make sure people have food where we can volunteer. Oh, there another one. Welcome to the show, John Dokin. Welcome to the show. That's your opinion. How you gonna feel when he get out of office? Is what I want to know. When he get voted out, come November the 3rd, how will you feel? Don't run now. Let us know how you will feel then. Oh well, he don't want. Oh, ask me in 2025. He won't make it. He won't make it at all. Matter of fact, why do you support him? Since you want to talk about him, why do you support him? Let's have a discussion. I'm open for it tonight. Okay, that's your opinion. You say he will. So why do you support him? What's the main reason why you support him? Come on, let's have an open discussion. Are you in the U.S.? If you are, I'll put the number up and let you call, and you can call and talk about it. Are you in the U.S. or where you watching from? Oh, he got on salad. I guess he decided he don't want to play no more. I'm open like that. You can call in. The hell he is. He said he's American first. Explain that one to me, because uh, what have he made great about America? Matter of fact, him and his family is not from here. His wife not even from here. Let the truth be told, she just got her citizenship not too long ago. Her family got theirs once he got into office. Yeah, but because he's here now, that don't justify nothing. So explain to me why you supporting him. That's what I want to know. Why are you supporting him? What's so good about Trump that you would support someone like that? Come on now, don't get scared. Yeah, okay. Guess he won't. He don't want to say nothing no more. Um, I'm asking. It's an open platform. We could discuss it. We could talk about it. I would like to know, why do you support Trump? Are you okay with the way he handled the pandemic? How he lied to us, told us it'll blow over? It's not that bad. Are you okay with him doing that? Have you lost anyone, any of your family or friends, due to the coronavirus? Oh, I guess he fell asleep. Um, oh, you saying nope? Nope, that you're not okay with the way he handled it? He lied about it, or what? Explain to me. You know what? You can call in. That's the number right there. If typing is a problem for you, you can call in. We can have an open discussion about this. You can call me. You can talk how you want to talk. Explain to us, why do you support him? What's so good about Trump? So feel free, call in. He handled it just fine. So you okay for him to lie to us and say 7 months later he didn't take it serious? At the same time, he's talking to someone else behind closed doors, telling him, oh, this virus is bad, it's not good, I know it's going to lose a lot of lives. So you okay with us losing over 200,000 lives here in just the USA alone? You okay with that? And you don't see a problem with that? He can't help it. People don't want to social distance. He wouldn't wear a fucking mask himself. He just started wearing a mask, and just a week ago, he told somebody told a reporter he needed to take his mask off so he can hear him. And the reporter said, no. What you mean people don't want to social distance? Hell, you probably was one of those talking about open the states back up. So, but you talking about people don't want to social distance and wear masks? Trump didn't want to wear a mask. He refused to wear a mask. Man, okay. He didn't lie. Everyone knew the severity of. No, the hell we didn't. Because, well, let me rephrase that. Once the numbers started going up in numbers of deaths, As for me and my family, we knew it and we protected ourselves. But then you have people probably like you going into certain business talking about, I'm not going to wear a mask, coughing on folks and stuff like that. So Trump let this go on way too long. He allowed it to go on too long. And you talking about he didn't lie? He said itself. He put out false information. What is false information? If you know you're doing it, it's a lie. Talking about 91% had pre-existing condition. So let me ask you this: that actor that I forgot his name that died a couple of months ago, who was in great health, ended up getting the virus. What the hell? He ended up getting the virus, stayed in the hospital for over 3 months. They amputated his leg because of him. That still didn't save him. He was in good health beforehand, and he ended up dying from it. You see, you making up stuff now talking about Trump was more than 6 feet away from people. No, he wasn't. When he go to these plants, Secret Service is never 6 feet away from him. Someone is always next to him. When he did the rallies, he come out up on stage, he got folks right next to him. So don't come on here talking about the as Trump said, the fake news. This fake news stuff. No, don't try to do that. Okay, that's the international news. But here it is, our so-called leader, lack of leadership, was telling people it's not that serious. It's going to blow over. But at the same time, he given an interview to a reporter and telling him off air, this is very serious. A lot of lives going to be lost. This is worse than the flu. So you okay with over 200,000 lives being lost? No, he did. I don't know. He wore a mask at the plant. When? I think he did one time. That first time he wore that that mask, he did then. Yeah. John, what you drinking on? Because I think I have Parmesan and I want to say this Parmesan peach and ginger ale. What you drinking on? Because yours must be a hell of a lot stronger than mine. I'm just curious because I don't know what you drinking on tonight, but he wore a mask at a plant. Now, radio said he closed China with exemption, which still led to thousands of people entering the country from China. Never shut the flights from Europe at all. Facts. Yeah, I think John might be. I don't know. He might be. He might be on that medication. That reason why Trump was how we said that at night. Trump kept sniffing and stuff like that. That must be what John is on tonight because some of this stuff he's saying is crazy. Welcome to the show, Marcella Smith. Thank you for tuning in again. Hey, John, do me a favor, man. While you're doing that, share it with your friend, like the page, subscribe. I will follow you back. But you got to stop doing that stuff, man. Drugs is a terrible thing. I don't know what you're doing, but apparently, I don't know. Have you been taking that medication Trump trying to get people to take? I'm just kind of curious because all this false news you're trying to give out about Trump, talking about people don't want to social distance and stay 6 feet away. I don't know. Okay, well, you say you drug free and don't drink. That's a good thing. But I'm not sure what's going on with you, that you, by any chance, that you bump your head today. I'm just kind of curious because some of these comments you're making is kind of cuckoo. I'm just kind of curious because you talking about Trump always wore a mask. That was a lie. He started doing that, what, 2 months ago in public? So I'm just kind of curious. Hey, Marcellus, tonight we're dealing with this verdict with Breonna Taylor. We just had Don come in and say some crazy things about Trump, said he can't help it that people won't social distance and wear a mask, but Trump refused to wear a mask. He just started wearing it maybe 2 months ago, and he don't hardly wear it. Matter of fact, the day we seen him wearing a mask, he was later spotted in a hotel talking with someone, didn't have a mask on then. The same day he wore it. He was more concerned about what he looked like with a mask. My thing, hell, he looked like a raccoon with a mask on. To be honest with you, with a orange hair. And that's what I feel about it, because Trump never wants to listen to somebody who's giving him advice. That's one thing Trump won't do. He don't feel like no one is good enough to give him advice on anything. That's why you don't see the doctors giving updates on COVID-19. That's also the reason why Trump told the CDC to stop putting out the new numbers. That's also the reason why Trump was saying that the numbers wouldn't be that bad if folks wasn't getting tested. Well, how do we know we have it if we don't get tested? What we supposed to do? Wait until we die and then find out that we have it? It's too late then. Marcella said, I just don't understand how they threw money at the Taylor family and thinking that's going to make it better. It's not. It's definitely not. That's what they try to do when it come down to stuff like this. And I mentioned earlier that most people, in most cases, you do not see where a settlement is paid out before charges come up. You just don't see that in most cases. Most cases, you got to wait until a conviction come up, and then sometimes you have to wait until that go to court and see if they found the person guilty before you could do a civil suit, before a civil suit is paid out. So this was one of those things. Hey, we'll go ahead and pay you out. Call it a day. We even. No, that's not even. 12 million. If I'm not mistaken, they didn't. Matter of fact, there's a and you probably need to pull it up. I'm trying to think of the name of it. I have a show that is recorded, and I cannot think of the name of it, and go into deep details about the killing of Michael Brown. And in that show, a lot of stuff comes out. How the police try to flip it and say he robbed that store. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. But that's what they put out. And in this documentary, it came out that they lied about it. The police department had to come back and correct that mistake. So um so did his family get money? I don't think they did. Because in this documentary, guess what? They were still living in the same place. So the thing is, I doubt if they got a dime. Why? That officer wasn't found guilty. That's what I just said. In this Breonna Taylor case, when there's no charges or no crime, there's no payout. With Breonna Taylor, they did it different. Yeah, we know there's some issue going on, so we're gonna go ahead and give you this 12 million, and we're gonna let it go. Even from what the news conference said today, as the attorney general broke it down, they didn't find neither one of them guilty of killing her. They found one officer guilty of shooting into the apartment where bullets went into other apartments. That's the only reason why they found them guilty. Had nothing to do with the killing of her. But John, you had a right for your opinion. That's an open platform. I gave put the number up earlier. Gave you the opportunity to call. If you wanted to call in and express yourself, and we can have open dialogue. But once again, you didn't want to do that. So, and it's all good. It's always, you can have your opinion. We have to agree and disagree. I don't agree with what you're saying. So, but if you continue to watch the show, maybe we can help you understand on some of the things. As for Trump wearing a mask, that's a flat out lie. You saying he didn't lie about the pandemic? He just said a couple of weeks ago he lied about it. He knew it was bad. Talking about he didn't want to get people paranoid about it. I prefer you get us paranoid and say, hey, protect yourself. This virus is very dangerous. I prefer for you to say that instead of telling us it's going to blow over. This virus is not that serious. And because you have followers that listen to everything you say and do, they take it to heart. Then they come out still today. People are saying that this virus is not serious, even after he came out and said it was very bad. So it's gonna be hell. Marcella said, wow, so sad. There's a wage that has to be paid for wrongdoing. Yes, it is. It is. It is. I say all the time, hell is going to bust wide open. Some people don't understand that. A lot of people going to hell with gasoline draws on because all this that you are doing now, we will be held accountable for it. For all of our actions, we will be held accountable. So, only if you knew, John, because I'm telling you, the politicians that is overlooking the homeless, treating their community wrong, they're going to get held accountable for it. And it won't be good. It won't be a vacation or nothing. It's going to be terrible. And not only that, those officers that was either fired or laid off, because the ones that were not charged, now they can come back to work because there's no charges against them. Not only that, if they was fired and wasn't getting paid, the residents finna have to flip that bill because now these officers are gonna get back pay. Then Louisville, Kentucky, guess who paying that $12 million? They property taxes probably finna go up. They water bill probably gonna go up. That $12 million coming from somebody. Exactly. Well, that's the cost of doing the price. Because don't just look at the riots. Look at the point of the reason why the riots are going on. The riots are going on for the action of the policemen and how the justice system have handled these cases. So don't just look at the riots. Look at what causing the riots. Look at everything. Don't just look at, oh, they out there riding and yeah, it's going to be overtime. If an officer get hurt, I said earlier, I had an alert come on my phone that 2 officers were shot up there in Louisville. So guess what? The residents going to have to flip that bill. But at the same time, we have to take a stand. Everything we tried in the past, even from Cap kneeling, that wasn't good enough. That was the problem. You have a president tell the NFL need to get them the hell out of football. Cap haven't worked since for the NFL. Yeah, they talking about bringing them back now. I feel like this. The same way they blackballed him from the game, how Roger Goodell saying they got it wrong when he was protesting. Well, guess what? They need to come out publicly and apologize to that man face to face. Marcella said, because the problem for me is that their family who had nothing to do with it will have to deal with all the backlash. Yes, every officer should think about their family before they pull that trigger. Exactly. It take a person longer to be a barber or a beautician than it do to be a policeman. He said a lot of people don't realize that. To cut a hair or do hair, you in school for a long time. But to be a policeman, you may have maybe 6 months academy. I don't know for sure. But it's less time to be a policeman than it is to be a barber or a beautician. So you do the math. What's wrong with that picture? And at this point, whatever happens. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm for world peace also. I'm against hate. I'm definitely against hate. But people are upset. I'm not knocking them. I understand the way they feel. I'm upset. A lot of people are upset because, unfortunately, when it comes down to black or brown being murdered, first thing they do is pull up their record and they automatic accuse them because of their record. This is what's going on. I have people contact me all the time about different about different cases that's going on with their friends and family members and want to come on the show and talk about it. But when I do my research and ask questions about it, they don't want to come on no more because I let them know I'm going to ask you these questions because I cannot allow you to put out false information. Um, Radio said in Europe, it takes 2 years to train a police officer in some countries. Yes. Yes, it do. Um, um, and you're right, Marcella. So I knew you seemed like you was a cool guy the other day. Justice shouldn't see color. Grace and mercy don't. Mm. Boy, you said a word on that. I'm about to pass the collection plate around after that one. And that's why I say I live by Matthew 25 and 40. As you do it to the least of these, you're doing it unto me. So when you not taking care of your people and you're in these positions to do it, and you all about taking care of yourself, it's a price for that. It's no way any soldiers after serving, especially if it's serving in a war, should come home and be homeless. See, a lot of these politicians don't talk about how many vets are homeless in America. They don't want to talk about it because they don't want to bring attention to them. They have no plans of doing anything different to prevent those type of things. And that's a problem within itself. Here it is. They say make America great again, but here our serviceman goes over here and put their life on the line. They come back, have PTSD, and it's hard for them to get the benefits that is due to them. It's like jumping through loops trying to get help. I've talked to many veterans that have to go to the VA. It takes them months to get an appointment. But a lot of politicians don't want to talk about it. Why? Because they have no plans on dealing with that issue. That's not their problem. Marcella said, I see them every day. I'm not hating, but football players are paid millions. But I wonder how much the guys that clean those stadiums make. I honestly believe in America we have our priority backwards. Exactly. Because here it is. I kind of stopped. I just said I'm gonna just leave NFL alone. Because I feel like this. If the players, NFL players, if they was took a stand like the NBA, a whole bunch of things would change. It's crazy how one of the most dangerous sport don't have enough balls to take a stand. John, we finally agreed on something. Yeah, it's a supply and demand. Marcella said, John, that is so true. I have to agree. John said, sad to say. Yeah, it is. We want that microwave type of lifestyle. That's what a lot of people look at. They want something real quick. but they don't want um, to stand for what's right. They prefer, the longest they get in theirs, they don't care. That's why a lot of these players that do take a knee, my hat's off to you. Last 2 weeks have been one Cowboy player, and I forgot his name. He been the only player to kneel. And for these people to think kneeling have anything to do with the flag is completely wrong. This is the reason why we're kneeling. And I just seen a video today. I had showed it to my wife earlier, about 5 minutes before I came on. I didn't realize when Atlanta and Seahawk played, I guess it was week 1, on the kickoff, both teams on the kickoff, they all took a knee on the very first kickoff. And that, to me, more players need to express that. It wasn't about who doing this, who doing that. On the kickoff, Seattle did not run down, try to tackle him. He kneeled down in the end zone. He took a knee. Everybody kneeled down. And the announcer said, we figured this was going to happen. So, radio said, when I have been in the U.S., some of the police agencies seem more militarized, and with the amount of weapon they carry in the tactical vest, it comes across as a look to intimidate. Yeah, it do. It do. Now, don't be a black man in America, because you could get profiled real quick. I'm a victim of it. You can get profiled. Last month, a guy in San Antonio, Texas, out jogging, he was profiled of a suspect. And when they put the picture side by side, he looked nothing like the suspect. Nothing at all. But we have those type of cops that want to use their authority for nothing. I'm just asking, please don't let my skin be a problem for you, the color of my skin, because I'm a real cool person to get along with until you get on that other side. But I'm a Gemini, so I'll come back, I'll say what I have to say, and I'm done with it. Then we can start back talking. Marcella said, we got to do better. We got to stop thinking party and start thinking people. Because if we don't, we all will self-destruct. Exactly. We will. That's why I say what we have to do for this election coming up, come November the 3rd, actually it's October the 13th. I believe that's when early voting start here. Before you go to the polls, take the time out, print out a sample ballot, do your homework on each candidate. If they not for what you looking for, don't vote for them. I don't care who it is, don't vote for them. Not about Democrat, not about Republican. It's about who's better fit for me and my family, my community. I hear people say all the time, oh, you should vote straight Democrat. Nope. You should vote straight Republican. Nope. I'm going to vote for who I feel that is best for me and my family. If you don't make the cut, I don't vote for you. Right now, I think we need a lot of new blood across the board. We had some to come in recently, which seemed like that is pretty good. I think his name Mark Vesey. He's doing a great job. Think he's going into his second term, I believe, here pretty soon. He's doing good. Um, some of these other people, it's time to make a change. It's time to make a change. Time to say, you know what? Enough is enough. Let's do something different. That's why I say, let's start grooming folks to start replacing these people. They may be okay now, but at some point, we need to have a replacement already on standby. And if you're in politics and you know you're going to be retiring soon, why don't you mentor some young person, groom them the way they should be during this time? Because we cannot continue to do the things we did 10, 20 years ago. It's a new day. The challenges that we have today, they wasn't that bad back then. Now, back in slavery days, yeah, they was terrible. But times have changed. We got to handle things completely different. Back then, they used intimidation to kill and rape our people, to lynch our people. So now, what we need to do, we need to start grooming some young folks to get ready to take over. Even politician is a dog eat dog world. Yes, it is. A lot of business are like that. Um, is the governor up for election this season? I don't know. I don't think he is. No, he's not. I think he's up. It may be in 2 years. Let me find out and see, and I'll give you a date. Like I said, we are a live show. Um, hold on. Um, in 2022, that's when he's up for re-election, but he's not gonna make it. Um, if I still have my voice and still able to come on here and do the podcast, he got to go. Even if I'm not able to do the podcast, he still have to go because he done some stuff I don't agree with. A lot of people don't agree with. When he changed his executive order of shutting the business down, but then he decided to go back and change it to benefit this one woman, one person, and now she's running for office. We had Sarah Palin come out the woodworks, and she came here and got her hair done by the woman. And I want to say Ken Paxton and several politicians came to town just to get their hair done. Are you talking about Greg Abbott or Trump? Oh, you talking about Greg Abbott? I was thinking that was Marcelo that said that. Yeah, he didn't take it serious. He did not take it serious at all. He followed everything Trump say. Whatever Trump say, Greg is right on it. He don't care. He followed Trump on everything. When Trump said open the business back up, what did he do? He opened them back up. He didn't care. Saying it's safe to go, but we're not going to be able to send folks to school. Yeah, like I said, he follow everything Trump say. It's time to make a change. Just like how people gonna get out and vote for the November the 3rd election, we need to vote at every election we have. It doesn't make a difference what's on the ballot. Take the time out and vote. If we do that, you will see a huge change coming about. It will change a lot. Um, oh, they did. Matter of fact, was it the governor wife of I may be it was either Missouri. It was some governor wife up in the Midwest that once they shut everything down, she got caught in a bar partying. See if I can find that story real quick. She got caught. Um, um, hold on, I'm um, trying to see. Okay, that was in Illinois, Alton, Illinois. The wife, the governor, after he did a uh, mandatory shutdown, his wife was caught in a bar and she was caught in a bar and was charged with a misdemeanor. Yep. So these people don't care. Oh yeah. Um, I was trying to think of I don't know if you was on when I talked about that uh documentary of Michael Brown, because John he mentioned it earlier as if Michael Brown family got paid. Yeah, you was on, but it's a documentary that is out, which is very good. Um, let me see if I can find it. Um, uh, it was a really good. Uh, hold on. Stranger Fruit is the name of it. Stranger Fruit, very good. Um, yeah, it's a. I'm gonna put it in the chat in case someone wants to look at it. It's a very good documentary of Michael Brown killing, which it's you hear about a lot of stuff that didn't come out. So so definitely I'm gonna watch the House of Cards. I mean I I I have a lot of shows I try to watch, but lately I haven't had a chance to because I be doing so much research on stuff. But I'm gonna try to watch it maybe one of those late nights I cannot sleep. I try to watch it and put it on because I have Netflix, but I may get a chance to watch it maybe once a month. So sometimes I ask myself, why am I this, paying for this, but I don't get a chance to watch it? You don't mind what type of work you do because you're in Houston, right? Marcellus, you're in Houston. but I'll give you time to answer. But definitely watch Stranger Fruit. It's a documentary about Michael Brown killing. Okay, you're in Louisiana. What part? Because you're not where the storm is. And nothing, are you? It's a great documentary. It will blow you away, and you'll be like, "Wow!" The cover up, the lies that was going on, that was told to the public, trying to cover it up. But this documentary actually exposed a lot of these things. And I want to say that documentary was either on HBO or Showtime, one of them. Um, I'm gonna have to check out House of Cards. It's I might watch it a little bit tonight. Um, I know I do. It's been 2 weeks, so um, see what time I have my appointment tomorrow. Um, 10. Yeah, I can. I probably can stay up a little bit late tonight. Um, we did. Um, okay. Uh, I'm looking at the last name, so it's a good chance. That's over there by the City of Lights, going back that way. Yeah, we'll have exactly. Okay, I'm like, all right. I cannot see your picture that good, so I definitely know who you are now. All right. When you mentioned Tyler, I'm like, wait a minute, we did. Okay. That's good to know. Well, man, I sure appreciate you tuning in. Um, that's a good thing to know. So, um, yeah, we are. We are. So that's cool. Definitely appreciate you tuning in. Continue to support the show. Um, are you living in Louisiana now? Or are you still in Tyler? Um, yeah, that's interesting. I never know who people are unless it's people that come on quite a bit, and I know who they are. But I definitely appreciate it. I know you just started watching this week, and I really appreciate it. We try to keep people informed. Um, okay, we need to um, make contact. Um, hold on. Um, shoot me a text after the show. Shoot me a text, and we'll try to connect on something. Um, I know who you are now, which this is a young king that is doing some great things too. So, um, so definitely, um, real good, intelligent young man, very respectful, which is good. Um, so I know exactly who you are. Uh, all right, that'll be cool. Definitely do it, and we'll keep in contact and communicate a little bit more offline. And I definitely appreciate you for tuning in. I guess John have left us. Wish he would have stayed a little bit longer, but everybody is entitled to their own opinion. We may not agree all the time. Um, when you talk about uh, stuff like Trump, wore a mask all the time. No, we're not going to spread lies. That we're not going to do. Um, so it's a lot of that going on. You know, um, man, my mind went blank. No, in some places, radio, I want to say it's the UK. they're locking everything down again. I seen that last night after I got off there. The UK is locking a lot of stuff down. They're going back on lockdown. Um, we was talking about some of these places have gotten over it, but UK, they're locking it down. I want to say, as of right now, um, restaurant. I want to say bars are closed. Um, Clubs and bars are closed, and restaurants have to shut down at 10. Because I pulled it up it popped up last night when I got off, and they was talking about some. Um, he was saying, Johnson was saying work from home. You're right. You're right. You are definitely right. His advice is you have to treat everyone as if they haven't to keep you safe. You're right. Radio said yes. Yeah, the UK is getting their second wave. It looked like we're being warned about a second wave also. So this is, I hope John is still on and he hear this, because it's coming again. Now that we know that Trump have lied about it, what is Trump going to do this time? Is he going to say, oh, it's not that bad again? I'm just throwing it out there because that's what he did last time. No. So it's UK Boris Johnson, Prime Minister Johnson ordered pubs and restaurants to close early. So as long as we continue to go out and hang out with people, that's going to be a problem. It's going to cause problem. That's kind of like a lot of my followers. I used to like people pictures all the time, but if I see you out hanging out with a group of folks, I don't like that. They're saying I'm part of it. No, I don't like it. I honestly don't know. We got to use our own mind. We got to stop these people from thinking for us. Exactly. We have to do something because it's not bad. And I know where you come from. They say that the promise that God made, he would never end the world again by flood. But here it is. We have wildfires on the West Coast. We had this pandemic. Yes, he did. And he was in there for a long time because when he first got it, him and Trump had just met up. They had just recently been in the same place together. And when he got back, he got very sick, went into the hospital, and when he got out, he said, look, he thought he was finna die, to be straight up honest with you. But when he came out, he had a different outlook on that virus. He wasn't playing around with it no more. But that's if they're getting it, we already need to start making preparation for it. Here it is, all these schools that um, that we are in. The kids having to go to school, all these schools having to shut down and go virtual because of this virus. It's not good. It's not good. Um, Marcella said the Bible said it will be great falling away before he returns. Look like it's falling away to me. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. We never know um, when our time may come. We don't know when he's coming back. Um, yes, radio said he was lucky. It looked like it could go either way for him. Um, yeah, he was struggling once he got out the hospital because he was like, "Look, this is not good." It wasn't good when he was in the hospital because they did not expect for him to make it. But Marcellus, you definitely right. Sometime with some of the things going on. Matter of fact, on the West Coast, they have wildfires. Look how much land been burnt out there. Even though some of those wildfires was caused by man, but they also had an earthquake last week. So a lot of people didn't know California had an earthquake. I think it was Saturday. So you got dealing with an earthquake, dealing with the wildfire, dealing with the pandemic. It's not good. Then you have seem like every week, seem like LA County Sheriff shooting someone. So it's terrible out there. I have plenty of followers out there. Charles Hunt, who was on earlier, he's in LA. And several other people I know out of California. So it's not good at all. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Unfortunately, Herman paid the ultimate uh, price for going to that rally because he had health issues. He had beat cancer, then he go there. So he made that choice and paid the ultimate price. And then after he passed away, whoever been running his Twitter account had been tweeting, and finally somebody said, "Wait a minute, is Herman Cain? I thought Herman Cain was dead. Is he tweeting from the grave?" So I haven't seen any more tweets from him in a while, but yeah, he was still tweeting after he died. And at one point, I think they said he had sent out like a 1,200 tweets in one day. I was like, what? And so, but hey, I appreciate y'all for coming on. Um, tomorrow night, Miss Jasmine should be here, and she'll be on tomorrow night, as well as Miss Risky. Now, I don't know if Marcellus, if you and well, y'all just started listening this week, so you and radio, y'all get the opportunity to chat with Miss Risky tomorrow. She's my co-host on Thursdays. Um, we just have a good time. If we just come in here and have a good time, talk about the stories that goes on. And she's also an author, have several books out. You can follow her on social media, Risky Books on Instagram, or Risky RSKEE. Follow her on Instagram, Facebook. Definitely follow her. Very cool sister. She's becoming my BFF. Getting well. let me rephrase that because I don't want to upset nobody. My second BFF, because I have one. I'll be getting a text message. How you gonna say that's your BFF? I'm your BFF. No, that's a BFF beside. But definitely come out tomorrow night, listen to her. We have a lot of good stuff we're working on. We're also we try to enlighten people of some massacres that actually occurred across the U.S. because some people feel like our history, the history of America, is not important. They only want a watered down version of it. And we try to talk about different massacres that have taken place over the life of America. Once from Wall Street to I think it was Sand Lake massacre we talked about last week with Native Americans, and it's definitely good. We definitely need to know the truth about it. Marcellus, I know you said you in Louisiana now. I'm gonna ask the question: since you in Louisiana, are you registered to vote in Louisiana? Because we need everybody on deck. And I know Louisiana, they kind of shaky out there. So he said people need to know the truth about the thing goes on behind closed doors. Exactly, because American it's a lot of stuff that going on. Our governor don't want to talk about it. Trump talking about he need $5 billion from TikTok to be able to teach the real history of America. I'm like, what part are you going to teach? Because here it is. You have that opportunity now to teach the real history of America, and you refuse to because y'all don't want the truth to come out. Admit that y'all made a mistake. Y'all killed our ancestors, stole their land, and you don't want to talk about it. So if you're going to talk about history, that should be taught in school automatic. It shouldn't be no question about it because people need to know the real history of America. And I feel like if the real history was taught, some of these young, some of our young white kings and queens that's coming up that is on the front line fighting for Black Lives Matter, they learn the history of it. Racism could change everything because they would be like, look, we're not going back to that. Let's treat everybody right. We're not going to do like our ancestors, but people are scared of what might happen if people knew the real history of America. So, so definitely come back on tomorrow night. We're gonna have a good time. Miss Jasmine will be on earlier about the community refrigerator program she have, where she actually, if somebody in need, and I went to the place. They have a table set up. You put non-perishable food on there. Have a refrigerator. If it's perishable, put it in the refrigerator. Somebody who need it, they come by, get what they need. Now they can eat at night. If you want to donate, she's going to talk about ways you can donate. So there's a lot of good come out of this program. She's also starting another location to be able to do the same thing. So that's the type of programs we need here in Dallas to be able to help people that is in need in our community. That's what we need to do. And that's what it means about doing it to the least of these. So she's taking a step on it. So she'll be here tomorrow to talk about her program and go from there. So I appreciate everyone for tuning in tonight. I was only going to do 1 hour tonight, but Bobby came in and messed all that up. But we'll be back tomorrow. We will have a good time, 8 p.m. Central Time. Marcellus, don't forget to send me that text. And I don't know if you sent it yet or not, but send me that text and we'll keep in contact. But other than that, I appreciate everybody for listening tonight, tuning in. All comments are welcome, good or bad. We'll have open dialogue. We may agree or disagree, but I appreciate each and every one of you. I love you. Continue to watch the show. Tell a friend. Like the page, share, and click the notification for you can know when we come on. So until tomorrow night, I'll talk to you soon. Love each and every one of you. Peace.